Here in Canada, it was a scene right out of a movie for some people living near Windsor, Ontario, in the southwestern tip of the province.
And we saw it was a tornado, and we saw pieces of house and trees flying through the air. And from that point on, we just ran to the basement.
It wiped out the house completely. It dropped the ceiling in half of the house.
Cell phone video, check it out, showing an ominous sky near the town of LaSalle and what appears to be a twister. At least 3 people suffered some minor injuries. About 15 homes were damaged in the area. An assessment team from Environment Canada is going to be arriving on the scene later this morning to confirm if it was actually a tornado. Joining us, though, on the line right now is the mayor of LaSalle, Ontario, the community affected here, Ken Antea. Mr. Antea, thank you for your time coming on CTV amid all of this. What happened to your community here last night? Walk us through what we saw.
Well, I was having supper with some friends about a mile away from the site when we received a call from the daughter of our friends that had lived on Victory Street, which is where the tornado touched down, saying that there was damage to some properties and that there was a hydro pole on fire and that things are being strewn about. So I jumped in the car and along with my friend, and we took a ride out there, and sure enough, when we got there, the fire department was arriving simultaneously to my arrival, and it was fairly clear that a tornado had gone through there, and that there was one house that was pretty well completely destroyed, another couple that were damaged, but uprooted trees and big objects like boats ending up in people's front yard a couple doors away, and sheds on the other side of the street. And in fact, in one place I saw a trampoline on top of a house. But luckily through all this, there were no injuries in LaSalle.
Yeah, as you and I are speaking, we're showing our viewers some of this video of the twisters and also some of the damage as well. As you were assessing it and looking at it and talking to people, what were they saying to you?
Well, you know, it was almost surreal. It was something that they're walking around. I can only imagine when a severe catastrophe occurs, because this was something that we're just not used to seeing. And we're standing around and taking a look at it, and basically people are either hugging each other or just staring at each other saying, how could this have happened here? You know, you hear about it, you see it on the news, but you never think it's going to happen in your backyard. And I think everybody was saying just basically, how close did we come to something really serious happening here? And we were very close.
I know that Environment Canada is going to be on scene in a couple of hours to do a formal assessment of what exactly this was here. I'm curious, in terms of any timeline for the cleanup, you know, the downed trees and some of the damage, do you have any sense?
Well, I'll tell you, our staff did an incredible job. When we talk about emergency personnel, they were on the scene and they were controlling the scene well. As far as the cleanup, I went out there this morning around 6 o'clock and drove down the street as if it was an ordinary day. Most of the damage now is going to be restricted to private properties. We're going to assist through our building department to assure that all the buildings are safe and provide assistance to the homeowners and to the insurance companies for assessment. Other than that, I think Environment Canada is going to evaluate the notification system. It appears at this point that notification really was not effective. It came after the tornado actually touched down. They're indicating to us that it hadn't formed over the state of Michigan. It had formed over the Detroit River and touched down in LaSalle. And I think it just sort of bounced around and hit a few spots in LaSalle, the most serious of which was Victory, and then went on to the city of Windsor.
Ken Antea is the mayor of LaSalle. Great to have you on this morning. Best of luck from us here at CTV to what you guys are doing there in LaSalle.
Thanks, Todd.